up, man?
KD, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Man, everything's good, man. I got a question for you. Are you at the studio?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to come by, man. I'm doing a show called Podcast Explained, and I want to know how you're running your business, man. I know you got a lot of celebrities and incredible entrepreneurs and people that you're producing shows for, and I kind of want to just ask you a couple questions. Are you free?
Yeah, you mean like today?
Like right now?
Right now? God, man. Can you give me 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll see you over in a minute.
All right, my man.
All right. Let's go see KD Bowe, the Kontent Faktory. Let's go. How you doing? What up, KD?
What up, man?
What's up?
How you feel?
Man, I'm incredible, man. How are you?
Good, good. Katie.
Ooh.
What's your name? Kay.
Big fancy building.
I'm looking right in the camera because I'm not professional. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this.
How's your day? You busy?
Man, incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
How are you, boss? Doing all right? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Working. Nice building, man. How long you been in this building?
Almost 5 years.
5 years.
Uh-huh.
Because the radio station was here too.
Still here.
I mean, I'm still here, but you were on the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
On the same building. Yes.
And then I said, I don't want to do it anymore, so I came down to the 6th floor, started my thing.
High rise.
One day I was watching Sleepers for Suckers podcast. I said, I deserve more. Come on.
Good to see you.
So the spot is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Golly.
Yep.
Okay, you're downtown Atlanta. This is downtown, right?
Downtown. Yeah.
This costs you at least $100,000 a month to be here. Do you have the view?
No view.
No view?
Nope.
There's
I
no
wouldn't
window
go back
there?
there. It's a bunch of just stuff.
There is a view, just
It's
not
blocked.
right now.
Yep, it's
You
blocked.
blocked it.
Well, because sound purposes, I didn't know I was gonna have the curtains up there, and plus I didn't know I was gonna need so much storage and what have you. So we got I think it's called K21, K19 on the ceilings.
K21, K19.
It's
What's that?
a spray foam. It's like really expensive spray foam they put up there, because you don't hear no clap, you don't hear nothing, no bounce, no nothing in here.
Oh, so for a raw ceiling, you
Yes.
spray that up and
You spray
it
it up
serves.
there.
Oh, wow.
You ever been in the garage and you start talking? Well, I would hear this, nothing is bouncing. Like this space is so big, but nothing is bouncing. What is that? And I asked them what it was. They said it was K19, K21.
Yeah.
They spray it up there, and it's really messy, and it's pretty good.
Wow. Goodness. You have any sound issues with the system there?
I do, but it's not where it's nothing I can't fix, digitally.
Post.
Yeah, in post.
Got it. Yeah,
Nothing I can't fix.
I don't
And it's
know.
easy to fix because you don't hear sound like that now. But we got the road, we got a little gate on it, so yeah, we can work it out.
I don't know. I have issues and I don't know how to fix it all the way unless typo's there.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do. So these, actually, I remember coming here and it didn't always look like this, but the lights, how they're positioned. Do you only shoot here? Like you create the lights so that, are you optimizing this space right here?
No, these lights can go wherever we want them to go.
You take them down and put them back up? in
Remove
different
them. Yeah,
places?
you can slide them down, slide them, accordingly.
Got it. So, well, walk me through, I guess I can sit down. Walk me through
Have a seat.
your transition, because you were on the radio for a long time.
Yeah, 30 years. So, I mean, the bottom line for me is, I'm a man of faith, so I live off of grace. So I felt the grace, which is the strength of God to do something that he's called you to do. And it feels like it's not as tough because you're graced to do it.
Yeah.
So I felt that grace lifting. And
Really?
yeah, I felt it lifting like 3 years before I left. Yep, and I knew it was bad, man, during the
You
pandemic.
felt the grace. What does that look like?
So things start to get more complex. things that I would typically let slide. It was bothering me. I was going home at night just irritated. I mean, I'm not digging ditches, bro. I'm talking on the radio for like 5 hours, and we're not even doing the full talk shows. So I just said, you know, one day during the pandemic, we were home. I finally made it to 6 figures, but I was always making I was quadrupling that at my own business. So I said, well, I'm still here 30 years later.
What was the business that you were making?
Voiceovers, production, commercials, that kind of stuff. And I still do that. So I would not get out of my bed to talk on the radio in that room for 3 hours to just pre-record the show. And it didn't take 3. I just did a great job at pre-recording it for like an hour and a half. I just couldn't do it.
Really?
Nope. The money didn't mean anything to me anymore. So I just said, no, it's time to go.
And what was the vision of, you're going from the main creator to now I'm supporting other creators with your studio? Where'd that thought come from?
I probably should not have moved that way because I was low-key hiding. You remember when we went to the little Mexican restaurant?
Yep.
You remember that?
Yes,
remember what you told me?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if do you remember what you told me?
No, what did I say?
You said, bro, I said, hey man, kind of audit me, just kind of tell me what's up. You was like, bro, I don't know what you was drinking, something strong, like some kind of margarita or something. It was girly. Because it had like an umbrella in it. I was like, why did you take the umbrella out at least?
It was a mocktail.
So, but you said, bro, you cool. You just don't believe in yourself.
Sounds like something I'd say.
I'm like, what is he? How you know that? Yeah, I can just tell. Really talented dude, man. And you ain't optimizing much of this at all. You got to figure that out. When you figure that out, you was real nonchalant with it. I was low-key salty. Because I wanted to, you can't drop a bomb like that and it'd be like, you just don't like yourself. But yeah, you was right, bro. So that took me on a journey of doing some real deep introspection. It was easier for me to work on other people's stuff and make their stuff beautiful than to step into my own space and really live the fullness of that out, i.e. my Certified Man show and my 501c3 company where I empower men. You feel me? Yeah,
for sure. So you were hiding, say, okay, and you understand it. You understand how things should look and feel and sound and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously these creators have, these ideas for these shows. The business model right now, is it exactly how you saw it working initially, or did it change?
No, it definitely changed. I wanted this place to be a place where content creators can come and just kind of create stuff ad nauseum, just have a good time and create. But that's a murky world, only because if I get into that space of renting my spot to have everybody come in and just kind of film their stuff, there's so many other places out there like that.
Yeah.
But if I get into my sauce, which is I can create stuff, turnkey, which is what I did for my voiceover production company, that's where the money is. Because when I was looking at companies that did it, all of it, from idea to execution, end result, very few and far between. Count them on one hand, 2 hands, whatever. Reputable, like one hand. So I decided to jump into that.
So I can't come in here and rent this place and say, all right, I need this from 2 to 6 to shoot my show, just show me how to work the lights. I can't do that.
You can because you're David Shands. But the average person, no. It's like, and it sounds a bit arrogant, but I think you'll get it. It's a low-hanging fruit that I'm just not interested in.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to keep over and over again meeting different people, and it's very labor-intensive, but I just wasn't interested.
So give me the model of this studio. What is the business model?
So the business model is, quite frankly, we're still figuring that part of it out. But here's where we found success.
Okay.
We found success with creating remarkable content. And as we create remarkable content, remarkable meaning worthy of making a remark about. If people share it, they like it, they comment on it. We create that kind of content, then it gets eyes. Those kind of eyes elicit questions. Who did this for you? Hey, we did it. So what does it take? Well, let's have a conversation. And from that conversation, we determine whether or not you're the person that we want to do business with. And if we want to do business with you, we do it all. We do it all.
So
from the beginning to the end, we do it all.
So an average person can't say, okay, I want to do this show. I just need your studio. Maybe you could shoot it, but just give me all the raw files and I'm out. Can we do that?
Yeah, it's possible. It's
somebody
possible to do that.
Okay.
But, you know, I got to be a part of it, man, because otherwise you're wasting the pretty. I just believe, man, it's like what I bring to the table, Dave, like you, ain't nobody else like me, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody else has my eye. Nobody else has my touch. And however I do it, it stands out.
Yeah.
Even if we just filming it and giving you the raw footage, it's enough of me in there to make it stand out.
Got it. You do have that eye too, because you was looking at there, you was like, hold on, that logo needs a shadow. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, but the fact that you see that, so you see the things that maybe somebody's just excited about a show will never see. All they want to do is come on here and talk, but there's so many things that I don't think people who even do what you do get enough credit for, like the producer. Like the person, they're not shooting the stuff, they're not doing audio, but they just come in and they look and say, okay, it needs to feel like this. I don't think they get enough credit.
Because it ain't sexy.
Yeah.
You know, most
they
people
make it sexy.
Yeah, bro. They make, you know, most people want to be on the video dancing, you know. But I just feel like people like my wife, who you really will rarely see on the video, but she's gonna come in and have a certain touch. So I think about it like this. You've got Macy's and you got Neiman Marcus. You can get the same exact shirt, same brand from Macy's that you can get from Neiman Marcus. But one difference. Neiman Marcus, well, Macy's is gonna cost you maybe $150. That same shirt at Neiman Marcus may cost you $250. But here's what you're gonna get. You're gonna walk in, you're gonna be greeted at the door. You're gonna be walked around. Not only are you gonna get a shirt, but they're gonna mix all these ties and all of this, hey, what about shoes and suit and everything. When you make your purchase, you're gonna get a card, you can get a well-folded, well-presented shirt. And if anything ever goes wrong with that, here's my card, you call me personally. And I'll make sure you get a different situation. That's a touch that Disney has, Ritz-Carlton. I would say Chick-fil-A, but I've seen videos. I don't want to say that. but the touch is unique, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't want a Macy's touch. Nothing wrong with Macy's.
Yeah.
I want the Neiman Marcus, Ritz-Carlton, Disney touch. Because what that does is it sets you above everybody else, and you can charge premium prices.
I like that. Which brings me to my next point. How do you charge? Do you charge, okay, this is the amount it's going to take for me to produce your show? Or is there some sort of back end? Do you take a celebrity and say, you know, we could do this together? You don't gotta give me no money, or you give me a small upfront and we do it together. What's the
Well, it's both. It's both. If you don't want to give up any of your back end, then yeah, we have to have a conversation about here's what my rates are to make this happen. And I charge you for end result. I don't charge you for the process.
Explain that.
Meaning, some people say, I spent this much time doing this, I just spent this, I bought this, I did that. No, I look at what your end result, the value it is to you, and how I can bring you to that end result. And I charge you for that. So whether it takes me 100 hours to give you the end result, or if it takes me 1, if I can give you this end result that nobody else can, I'm going to charge for that.
That's good.
And I do.
That's good. I know someone, let's say they're a big influencer, they got a big following, they want to do a show. What would you want? Because I'm trying to speak from the perspective of someone that may open a studio, or they have a studio and they know all the songs, and they're just charging people per hour or something like that, right? What would some numbers look like in a hypothetical situation for my friend who has a following? You feel like it's going to be worth it?
You can ask it a different way.
Okay. K is an influencer.
Yeah.
I connect her with KD.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, well, it's a couple options. KD can actually design your show and y'all working on this thing together, or he could charge you per hour. What are the two options Kay can expect?
I wouldn't charge it per hour for one.
End result.
I would charge you for the end result. And the end result is we created.
Is there a range?
Yeah, it's a range. So we created an environment for you to capture this experience or this moment. I'm gonna charge you for that. So it could be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for the day. Anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for the day, just to film, take your footage, and then on top of that, we give you, a month or so that we can keep the raw footage. If something happens, your situation crashes, come back and get it, and take care of it. Or you say, you guys did such a good job, which is typically how it happens. I want you guys to do it. Well, because you didn't decide to do that in the beginning, we could have put protocols in place to make sure that this would have been an easier transition. Now it's going to cost you just a little bit more per episode.
So $3,000 to $5,000 for the day. How many hours is that?
A whole day. It could be 8 hours or it could be 10, depending on what you need. But I commit to you, I commit to you.
I like that. I like that.
Because the thing is, think about the high-end concierge situation. When do you hear them say no?
The concierge?
Yes. The high-end ones, though.
We don't have the money?
When you have the money. Well, I'm assuming you got the money. When do they tell you no?
When do they tell you no?
They don't.
They don't.
I read this story about this this family. They came to the Ritz-Carlton. Their dog left this favorite toy. They left the favorite toy at the house. You know, that next day, they just mentioned it to the person at the front desk. The next day, they had that dog's favorite toy at the room for their dog. And they came in at night, brought it the next day for their dog. Yep. Now, they didn't say, well, it's going to cost us this for gas, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Nope. If you're staying here, you're a person of a certain caliber. You don't care nothing about that.
Yeah.
You want the end result anyway. So I don't discuss process. I present end result.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, we can do 3 to 5K a day, knock out a month's worth of content.
You can if you want to work that hard, yeah.
I mean, shoot, all day you can get 4 episodes in, or what do people typically do?
Yeah, like 4 episodes is
About
pretty fair. 5 episodes, you're pushing it, and you're gonna be.
You're
that
gonna
last one's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, the most I've done was 5, and I could have done more, but I felt myself, I'm burnt, I'm tired, and in that same day, it's like, I don't like the fact that I just asked this person the same question I asked somebody else, and I'm out of it. But you can get a month's worth of content if we're going to release every single week here, right? 3 to 5K. Let's say, for instance, I'm saying, KD, I want to shoot a show. I want you to produce it, top to bottom, for the next year. How does that number differ?
We take into consideration, number one, if you're serious enough, then what it would take to make that happen. So we just booked a client, and he's a long-term client. This whole room has to go through a metamorphosis whenever he comes in. It's gonna look totally different. Like you won't even see that it's the same room. It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, you can do that. We can make that happen. The goal for me is if you can conceive it, we can create it. So it ain't a problem about whether or not we can do it.
I like that.
The challenge is, are you willing to do what it takes to make it happen?
Got it. So
most people aren't.
Yeah.
But I'm not for most people.
Yeah.
I am for a select few. And those select few pay me more than when I was grinding and hustling, trying to get everybody I could. And it's less time. And I enjoy it more, bro.
I got you.
Yes.
So
it's a conversation.
Got you. So somebody has a studio and they're looking at this, and I want to give this last scenario where I come to you and say, KD,
Yeah.
I got this idea and I need your help. I think we could build this thing together
Yes.
where we both benefit with the growth. Do you ever do that?
Yes. Just
Okay. What does that look like?
50-50.
50-50.
50-50. Now, it's 50-50. Let's say, for instance, I bring to the table the studio and the wherewithal. You bring the idea and the contacts, and you got celebrities like Denzel, Idris Elba, etc. coming to the table. No, I'd say that's 50-50 because you're giving me something to work with. And then the ancillary costs that may come up, where we have to come out of our pocket for something specific, we split those in half. So like the set, we split that in half.
Yeah.
You know? So that's
where are we hoping we get this 50-50 from? Is it YouTube? Is it merch? Do you have a plan for that? Like
So some of it, my wife, some of it is behind the paywall. And I don't want to talk too much about it. I can tell you off this. Okay. But some of it is behind the paywall. Some of it is YouTube, some of it, but I mean, I think we know, depending on the audience and what have you, and especially if you're just starting it, come on, bro, it ain't really gonna pop like that. So this is definitely a long play.
Got it. So it's not like we're just waiting to grow a YouTube channel from scratch, no matter who it is. There's
we're not doing that.
The concept and all the things that come with it.
It's a lot that comes with it, courses, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot, merch. It's a lot that comes with it.
I like that.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's a niche enough audience to where you don't have to worry about YouTube money right now. It's a niche enough audience that you can say to an advertiser or to a sponsor, we have these type people, and then give them a package. And typically they'll say yes. Sometimes they say, well, we need to see something moving. But I will say quickly, yesterday's price. It's not today's price.
Right. For sure.
I saw a guy went to the barber the other day, and the guy had some art, and he bought 6 pieces of art for like $30,000. 3 years later, he goes to an art show. The same guy's there. He's charging $40,000 for 1 piece of art.
Wow.
Yesterday's price. Ain't today's price.
That's a fact.
Because as you grow, man, you know this, Dave. I'm with you during the Sleepers for Suckers days.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So you grew a lot. You know a whole lot more. You're rich now. Well, you weren't rich then. You're trying to figure it out. Are you uncomfortable with me calling you rich?
Honey, we're not like rich like that. Like we got a little.
Where's my camera? Hi, I'm KD Bowe, honey, and he's. I don't know what he's telling you. Let's say something. Okay, all right.
I ask people questions for a living. I'm just
doing
my job. I'm trying to bring people the information.
It's the humble brag. Yeah.
So okay, a 50-50. I mean that actually makes sense, especially if you believe in it.
Yeah, and if it's okay, so let's say for instance somebody that says, I still want to go in. I want to do a split. The typical split that we do, if we're doing everything and I don't really believe in it like that, but I see that there's some value or some merit, is a 70-30 split.
They get 70.
You get 70. I get 30, but you pay all the costs to make it happen. And that's a back end deal.
I like that.
It's a 70-30. Some people say, 75-25, no, 70-30. I'm not going to get weird with it.
I feel like I want to come up with something and do it here. 'Cause even though I have my own studio, this is beautiful.
Well,
it's absolutely beautiful.
A lot of people do it, man. And sometimes it's just the energy that you get when you're around a person.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hang around me and not be kind to yourself.
KD, we're not going.
Okay.
We're not doing that today.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna stay focused.
All good.
Okay, so we got in here. It was a raw space. Look, nothing like this. A roundabout. What do you think you invested in this studio? Lights, camera, all this stuff.
Oh, that was well over. That was well over $100,000.
Well over 100,000.
That was well over $100,000. But so just the lights alone was like 55.
55,000 for the lights.
It's a whole system. I turned you on to my guy.
I don't know that I paid 55,000.
Because you're rich. That's why. And your spot is bigger. Yes, yeah, you pay money for lights, bro. The grid.
I did the whole.
The computer that's gonna run the Grand MA, like all of that. Yeah, that's this is not inexpensive. But here, the good part is it's nowhere near what it could have been. You know what a light costs.
100%.
That's
levels.
A light could be $125,000 one light for like movie productions.
Yeah.
So no, I'm grateful, bro. This is the bottom. This is the bottom of the pro, and the top of the consumer. So it's definitely prosumer.
I love it. All right, what mics are we using right here?
Shure SM50s.
Short.
I'm sorry, Shure SM7Bs.
Short SM7Bs.
Shure
okay.
SM7B, yeah.
What type of lights are these?
I don't know.
I know it's ICANN something.
Yeah, these are the ICANN joints, but they don't even make these anymore, do they?
No?
They have a new model.
You got a new model? Are they still like 500?
Yeah, something like that.
And
Yeah.
y'all can't see it right now, but unless the light is pointing at you, like if you're off to the side,
Oh, yeah,
you
it's a
might think
honeycomb.
the light is off. You might think the light is off.
Reach behind that babe, can you reach behind that chair? And there's a grid over there. I'm gonna show you what it is. It's called a honeycomb.
Walk me through it. Walk me through it.
All right.
So I don't know if
So-
you can even capture that, Ty, but well, I'm sure you can.
You see it behind it?
Where you can see a light is on,
Yeah, let me get that.
and
Yeah.
you go to the side, but it doesn't spread other light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the light is, well, okay, so this one doesn't have one on it. So this doesn't have a grid on it. So if you put the grid up there, then it directs the light. See? I don't know if you can see it like that, but it directs it to where where you want it to go. Like right now, it's dispersed really wide. This directs it more directly, which is why we have so many up here.
And why is that important?
Well, it's important because if you only want to light a specific subject, and you don't want to light, like, I don't know, 6 inches to the right or to the left, this puts it directly where you want it to go.
Right. So
And you want, like, let's say you want a smoky background, and you don't want this to splash on the back wall, then you want to be able to send it through these grids so it goes direct.
got it. So this light is just shooting forward, which gives you that stronger orange background. Okay, got it, got it, got it.
Yep.
What type of cameras we got?
Man, I still stick with the Sony, man. The Sony A7s. And so I got a Sony A7 III and a Sony A7 II something. But I didn't step it up because I didn't see that getting the more expensive camera would give me that much better quality.
What's a step up? I mean, aren't these 2,000?
Yeah, ish. Yeah, I mean,
Like 1,700, something like that for the A7?
yeah. But it's the lens. You know, you got a good lens, and then what have you. But the thing is, I'm saying, is that you got levels to it. But I still didn't see that the quality was that much better.
Got it.
For me to make that kind of investment. I can spend that money somewhere else.
What were you looking at?
I wanted the A7 IV, but then I said, talking to Ty Bowe, his expensive ass.
He was getting you to spend money too?
Oh man, come on. So I'm looking now at the FX3s.
FX3.
Yeah. Is it the 300 or 3000?
They're about 3,000.
Yeah.
So the FX3. I'm sorry. No. What's the other one?
FX30.
FX30. I know I didn't want that one.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's not full frame.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to play around with that. Especially if I'm going to upgrade, and I'm going to upgrade.
Yeah.
So I still may, but right now it's not a priority to where I need to.
So the FX3. Okay. That would be
FX3.
that would be the next step up. That gives you what? What does the step up do?
Well, one, it helps me to record continuously without having to, turn the camera back. It helps me record continuously without having to reset the camera, start it again.
A7 III
as a
does
record.
that?
A7 III does not do that. No.
Oh, it won't just continue. It won't just run.
It won't run continuously unless you're sending it through a conduit. It will run continuously if you're doing that, but if you're recording in camera, no, it won't record continuously.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What,
And the heat sensor is a whole lot better in that one as well.
yeah, got it. So we have the FX30s.
Oh,
But-
sorry to hear that.
I mean, I got a bunch of them too. So
I
it's
know you
like
do.
To actually like upgrade. It's
I
like,
just had to say something to stop the humble brag that was coming. I knew it was coming.
No. I'm just saying.
Wow, we bought 1,000 of them, man. I'm like, wow, what are we gonna do? All these cameras.
Now I'm thinking. I don't know if you see yourself going like cinema with that.
Yeah.
Is that something you shoot a movie with the
100%.
FX3?
Yeah, well, you can go cinema. But so when we do more stuff like, like a full production, I'm gonna have to step it up.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a a podcast room now.
Yeah.
I got to really, really step it up. Or when people decide they want to bring movies, because I don't know if you know this, maybe you do, that like Sony, like I don't know, Netflix Prime, all of them have a list of cameras that they say you have to use if you're going to have a movie on our platform.
Got it.
And those cameras are they're not inexpensive at all. They're on the high end. What would you say, like?
FX3 is on their Netflix approved.
FX30? I thought FX30
He,
is not
he,
on
he,
there.
he didn't say 30. He didn't say 30.
He didn't say-
Humble yourself. Humble yourself. He said 3. Why? I'm curious. Why did you do 30 as opposed to 3?
Because I didn't know about it. No, the 3, it was like $1,000 more.
Oh, Dave. Yeah.
Right? Hold on, let me look at it. Sony FX3.
Yeah.
About 3,700.
3 is, this Sony FX3 that I'm looking at. Oh, maybe that comes up with a lens. It's
I'm saying the good part is,
3,200.
yeah, and you already got your lenses, so it's just a matter of getting the camera.
3,900.
Yeah, I mean it's
$4,000.
Bro.
Mine was what, 1,900,
right. So
1,790 something.
and it works for where you are now,
Yeah.
but you have to ask yourself where you want to go. You ever see yourself doing movies?
Yeah, but in that time, I'm just now learning the difference between full frame, crop sensor. I'm still learning that
You
stuff.
got Studio Jesus. You don't need to know.
Yeah,
I'm
but I just
saying,
met
but-
him not
Well-
even a year ago.
Look where you at now. Look how
Yeah.
God did that thing. look how he done blew you up.
You know what, I want the FX6.
I think it's just too much camera for what I'm doing right now.
But if you're gonna shoot like a movie,
Movie,
which
you
I want to
outs-
get into.
Right, and you outside and you're doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the thing that we partner on.
Let's go half. Yeah.
Because can I tell you the next thing?
Talk to me.
If I tell you don't put this in the thing, can you cut it?
No, let's put it in.
Oh,
Talk to my
Jesus, see,
friends.
there you go. Okay, all right, see, that's
My
that right
friends
there.
need to know.
I know they do, but no, nope.
Come on. Okay, share a little bit. Share a little bit for my audience. What do you see?
You got some heavy hitters in your audience, Dave, and quite frankly, here's the thing.
Well, let me tell you this. Whatever is going to be done is going to be done anyway, and
Yes.
someone
Yes.
is doing it because you saw it somewhere. Mm-hmm. And
I didn't
when
see it anywhere.
No. I mean, okay. Just tell me the version in a second. But as soon as you do it, the clock starts.
Yes, sir.
So there's going to be a bunch of creators. So us saying this, and we got a couple weeks before this actually comes out, the clock starts when you say it. So that might be the thing that pushes you. So let's make this thing happen.
That was actually a very terrible pitch,
Think
but
so?
I see where you're going with it. Let me tell you the difference, and I will tell you. Let me say this though.
Then it worked.
And it really
Give
stood
a
out.
round of applause, guys. It worked.
There wasn't nobody but the Lord. There wasn't. You know what's interesting, bro? Is again, like I said, there's nobody else like me, ever, and there will never be. And I used to think that if I don't do it, then somebody else will. Not necessarily. Who else could have did what Martin Luther King did?
Nobody.
Maybe, but it's not likely.
Yeah.
So I'm saying my touch, I feel like my touch is just that. So here's the thing. We are in a space where this podcast thing is really moving. Of course, the podcast summit, this is the 3rd year.
Yes. There. Yep.
I'm so proud of you, bro. I really am. Because what you do and the intentionality that you put out and the patience that you have is incredible.
Thank you.
Like an ADHD brother like myself, undiagnosed, but whatever. The patience is incredible. I just wanted to say that. And here's the other thing. So many podcasts are taking off and having success. I saw one content creator on camera crying, like real tears. Some crap happened. You know who I'm talking about. Some crap happened. And now you need to find a home for somebody that will kind of help move you through your next phase. I'll tell you what I'm talking about later. You know what I'm talking about. You know
I
who
don't
it
know.
is. You do.
Say it like this.
No, because I can't whisper. I got a deep voice.
You're right. Yeah, the mic would have picked that up. Okay, go on.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could have a space big enough to where you can have a podcast audience. Let's say one like you got your own studio, but let's say, you say Amber, what's her name? Kay, sorry.
It was close.
We kind of look like Amber. Yeah, sorry. So like Kay got a show. She got a following. She can bring about 50 people to a room. All right? What if that could all be done for you? Food, parking, drinks, the whole nine. Sound, lighting, audience, stage manager, the whole nine. And all you got to do is show up and do your show. You just bring the people and we'll facilitate the whole thing.
That's lit.
All right? We got 10 bays that's like that. All of them are soundproof. And so when it's time for you to do a larger audience, 2,500 people or so, then you can move those walls. You can have a sound stage here, and they can do it on a larger scale.
I like that.
That's the next phase. And it's not just the next phase for me. It's the next phase, period. Because more and more people are now understanding, like tonight's conversation. You familiar with that?
Sure.
You see how many people show up for that as they
Crazy.
travel the country?
It's nuts.
But if you got a home base where you can do 50 to 200 people in studio every time, live band if you want, the whole nine, and we can facilitate the whole thing, you tell me what that business plan looks like.
So here's the thing, bro. We be doing that, and we just don't charge a lot at the studio. So
Then you're not doing it.
yeah, you're right.
Then you're not doing it.
Because
You're doing it for yourself, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we did it for another client. Well, they didn't have an in-person. They could have had an in-person audience, but we shot. What's his name? Sci-Hi. So my man, it was fire too. My man said, I want a 70s theme. He said, I want the footage to look 70s, and I want the audio to sound 70s. And we did that. Now, he could have. Sci-Hi.
No, I'm enjoying the idea of what that looks like. That sounds crazy.
It was beautiful. I mean, Ty would have worked it all out. He could have had a studio. I mean, like on the stage, it was chairs, couches,
You talking about in the room
desk.
that you're in?
Yeah.
So imagine
And he could have invited people.
10 of those.
Yeah.
What's the drawback? Because you're like, I don't know about that one.
Well, I think I think it's dope. It's just going to cost millions.
But think about it.
Yeah.
Did you hear me say you're controlling food, beverage, and parking?
Bro, 100. I get it.
You sell T-shirts, bro, so you know the cost and
can
how you
turn
make
that
money
up.
like that.
Oh, we could turn it up.
Yes.
We got to get the money to.
Yes.
You got rich friends.
Well, I mean, you
Like,
got.
No. I think my friends are like regular doing well. I'm talking about it got to be some of your friends. Like,
Not necessarily, bro. If we all combine, because I'm talking about getting something butt naked, straight up, and we pimp it out all the
how
way.
much square feet?
100,000. 100,000 square
I
feet.
love that.
Yep. And depending on how tall it is, you can do levels. You can do upstairs, downstairs. The stuff that ain't too crazy, right?
Yeah.
They all upstairs. But downstairs, it's crazy. I mean, so let's say, for instance, we don't want to do every room that's soundproof. You can go into these spots and they got the headphones. What do they call it? The virtual things where you have a virtual party. Everybody got headphones on. You ever done one of those?
I did.
Oh, it's so lit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Till you take
People
your
look
headphones
funny.
off.
I know it's like you see somebody like
Yep.
it's like, yo, what are you doing?
But you know why it works? It works because we don't like to miss out on something. We don't like to be alone or by ourselves in something. So everybody else is doing something. You want to join in. You want to have the fun with them. So that's just one thing. So I'm saying that is the next phase. We found a way to scale podcasts digitally. Now getting it off the digital space. Meeting people, not the ones that's socially awkward, they'll never do it anyway. So cool, whatever. I don't care. Pressing flesh. Making money that way.
All right, so look, I got a studio. We can start with one at a time there. I don't price it well.
Yeah.
just start
How big is your? I've been to it, but so the only challenge with yours is like the soundproofing issue. So we put money into it to soundproof it.
Well, no, I mean, just you can only do one at a time. You don't need a soundproof issue if ain't nobody else in the studio.
What's your strongest gift?
My strongest gift is feeling people.
Empathy. Mine too. So you feel me.
I feel you.
You feel me.
100%. I
Yeah.
love this.
All right. So, but right up under that is visionary. But I see it. You understand?
Let me show you a small version.
You've been trying to make it. You do know I'm going to say you stole my idea, just that quick.
So actually, Tybo did a rendering for me. So we bought this building, bro, and it was goodness, I don't really want to talk about it.
Wait, hold on, slow down. So you have another building?
We bought a building off Cleveland Avenue. How long you been in Atlanta?
I've been in since '94.
Do you remember Buren Bookstore?
Berean.
Berean on Cleveland Avenue?
Oh, Berean is crazy.
Berean.
Berean.
Off of Cleveland Avenue?
Yeah.
I bought that.
How many square feet?
15,000. The challenges.
What's parking look like?
Oh, it's incredible. We have incredible parking, and it's another parking lot on the side. Problem is, it's Cleveland Avenue. That's the problem. But this was the.
It ain't got to be a problem. We can walk through that, but it ain't got to be a problem.
We're about to sell it right now. It's actually under contract.
Why?
Because, bro, you haven't experienced what we went through with this thing.
No, I can imagine though, bro.
Homeless people just come in, you board it up, they break back in again.
Yes.
And I'm not airing this until we sell it. So we got a couple days to do
right.
that.
So you have to have you got to have security anyway, right?
Yes.
Period.
This was it. This was the rendering.
It's a way.
So 15,000. We were doing smaller. We're doing rooms like this.
Oh, Tybo did this.
Yeah, Tybo did. So 14,000 square feet in the back, 11,000 in the front. We had like 18 podcast rooms, photography.
Are you showing them this?
Nah, because I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
But just not on Cleveland Avenue. So actually, I came to Donnie with the idea. We was on a plane actually, and I was like, "Yo, I got this idea."
This is sexy, bro.
Yeah, it's dope. But it's Cleveland Avenue. I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
It will be like that until you become a staple in the community and they know not to mess with your stuff.
I don't have the patience.
I do.
You have to have the patience and the money to keep putting in what they're breaking into.
Kind of a low blow there, huh? Wow. Hi.
No, I don't have the patience
Yet
or
you've
the
got
money.
patience, yet you're broke.
No. I don't have the patience or the money.
Yeah.
That's why, we're getting so frustrated because that was the model. We have a bunch of rooms that you can come in and create like different sets and all that kind of stuff.
Well, not different sets. That's been done. I'm specifically talking about live interactions. Like
absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm saying
specifically.
That's different. Yeah, for sure. But I was showing you. I love the idea.
Where do you go to do it for a soundstage in Atlanta? If you want a soundstage, you want to record, you want to practice the stage play, you want to practice your act for your show as you travel.
I went somewhere. Amber Ty just did a play.
Okay.
And it was, where was it at? It was somewhere. And I always wanted this Oprah type set. I always saw myself like going in the crowd where it's like it goes up and stuff like that in this little platform. So they rented out this space, and I was so impressed. I was like, ooh, I like this. So I'm looking at the lights and the bars and all kind of stuff. But it was it was perfect for a play. I think it held 500, maybe 200, something like that.
Yes. So if you got that, so when they're rehearsing for plays and when they're rehearsing for tours and what have you, they got to practice somewhere.
Yeah.
They go to sound stages. You know how long they rent those for? You know how long they rent them for?
How long?
Like 3 weeks to a month at a time.
Really?
And it's hard to get in because they booked out.
So that's why you're saying a bunch of them that but you come from radio, you understand music, tours, all that kind of stuff and what they do. I be undercharging these creators, bro.
Well, I don't think you're undercharging them. I think that you're...
No. When you told me, when someone comes in here for us to do it, I'm severely undercharged.
But you're not me, though.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a difference. Not to say that you're not better than me, but my thing is, because I know how to ideate, and I can help I can help develop your idea into something that you thought you wanted. But now when I tell you when I'm done with it, what it will be, oh no, you all in. You're a quintessential salesperson too. So it ain't about just selling, bro. It's about determining who you want to go into business with, which is why it's so important to have those conversations. We be talking to cats, man, and he's like, I just need like 2 hours, man. I got 3 people coming in. You know, it's like 45 minutes per person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we may go over like 30 minutes. I don't have the time for that. You don't even understand what you have in your hand. You don't understand how long it's going to take to build what it is that you want to build. No, you got to be committed to it. And if you committed to it, I'm committed to it. David's like this. You can't pay me enough money to do something that I don't want to do or I don't believe in.
That's real.
But the things that I do believe in, I'll do it for as low as free 99. I'm a heart person, bro. I want to know where you're going, and if I believe in it, yeah, we could do it for free at first. But then we can determine when this starts to make money. I can help you make money. This is my percentage, and it's going to be higher than what it would be if you came in with something in the beginning. But on the back end, yeah, this is mine. And it's not 70-30.
Got it. But also, we have to come up with a good business model around a show specifically. So let's say somebody has a good idea where I want to come in here and I want to interview. I've been wanting to, I want to do the show, but I've been having these ideas about shows. I only want to interview people who are divorced.
Yep.
Or I want to interview homeless people.
Okay.
So let's say I have this idea. I want to interview only divorced people, only people that have been cheated on. That's it. How do we monetize that past the content? If I'm saying I want to bring this idea, I want to partner with you, you're like, yo, that's a really good idea.
Yep.
But I'm not doing it for the 50-50 of a YouTube view.
No.
What type of income do you wrap around that?
Well, you look at all of the parameters of what's going to make their life better. The divorced person, the person got cheated on, what's going to make their life better. And within that, we got the podcast, cool, that's cute, but that's our lead generator. You understand what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
It's our lead generator. We create a system, a community. You understand this conversation before I even finish it. Because it's like the same thing you did with content creators, with the morning meetup.
Yep.
We do the same thing for divorcees. We do the same thing for people that got cheated on. And first of all, we need to surround you with other people that will be able to understand what you've been through and be able to support you. Because that community piece is so vitally important. I tell you what we need to do though.
Talk to me.
If we can create something that does community better than just Facebook, I think that we'll be on to something. Because
Explain that.
Facebook is okay. Because right now people do the courses and then they just give you Facebook for free. But that's where the community hangs out. I want something that's a little more hands-on, a little more in person, a little more live, a little more real than just like Facebook, because it feels like Facebook. Something where...
What about a Patreon or something? I was about to say, no?
Not really. No, not really. Unless you're doing live, like that live piece is important, at least offer it. And even if you capped it to like at 50 people, you could have 20,000 people on your list. This meetup is capped at 50. The content that you create, you'll never not be full. And you can scale it as you see fit. But I'm saying you do community in a way that people feel touched. Not just they got to sign in, and if I don't sign in, nobody ever touches me. Because in relationships, the thing about it is I ask you uncomfortable questions. I laugh at how you dance around them. I laugh at how it's uncomfortable for you to ask.
I'm a good dancer. You know what I mean?
But you're going to answer. It's a sound of mess. But you're going to answer. You see? We need people, if we're doing real community, man, sometimes is a little bit intrusive. And if you are willing to opt into that, are you tracking with me?
100%.
The kind of difference that makes?
Yeah. Okay. So we need a couple components. We have a good idea, somebody that maybe has some influence in the space, but you also need somebody that's going to continually be promoting this thing, which is going to be hard to find if you're a studio.
Why is it hard to find?
What? People don't promote their own stuff long enough for it to get some traction, especially somebody that, let's just say they got their big following off of skits. And if any community, especially with the revenue model, the name of the game is bringing people in faster than they leave.
Very good.
Which means you always have to be promoting to bring people in. And someone that is some sort of status never wants to feel like they're promoting forever. Therefore, it doesn't grow.
Well, how much does it cost to get you to promote something?
How much does it cost to get me to promote it? What do you mean?
Okay, so we need promotion.
Yes.
For this, niggas be getting cheated on.
Yeah.
Show. Okay. All right. How much does it cost for you, David Shands, on one of your platforms to promote it?
To promote something that somebody else is, or you're saying
Something that somebody else is doing.
I don't really do that like that. Unless it's an ad for my audience,
ad.
for my podcast.
It's ad. You don't do ads?
Yeah, that.
Buy ad on your show.
But what's the effectiveness of, how effective is it? To spend that type of money every single month. I'm not doing it for $100.
No, that's not every single month. No, it's not every single month. You started out and you just kind of tested. I mean, you know how we do this thing.
But no. But that's the thing. In the beginning, everybody's excited. People come into the community. They're paying behind the paywall for the show.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way, and it never fails, with most people, including myself in my own offers, somewhere along the way, I'm no longer promoting. I'm just coming here to shoot. You set it up, shoot it. We throw it out there. Eventually, you have to harass me to make sure I'm posting on social media and in my stories. But I'm not selling anything because my brain goes to something else, especially if it's not growing the way I thought it should grow after 3 months when people got tired and they start leaving.
And this is something that so you're saying you feel like that about your stuff?
It's everything. I have seasons where I'm going hard on my community. I service my community, of course, all the time.
I see
But the
ads
promotion,
from you every day I'm on social media.
Yeah, now.
Every day.
Yeah, but one, that's not free. Two, I'm running ads. I'm running ads to a training, and the training, I sell the program.
Yeah.
So the ads constantly go to the training, right?
Right.
One, I have to keep doing the training. I'm saying if you're coming together with an influencer that doesn't understand, they got to be on this training every single Sunday. They're not doing it.
Oh, I don't think I'm talking about that. I'm really just talking about ads.
So you'll run ads.
Yeah. I'm just really talking about ads, but I'm saying
hold on. If you have a vision for this, I would love to collaborate, do some cool stuff. If I don't have to promote that thing, I'm with it. If it's just a really good idea, we run it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So whenever the limited times that I've done ads, it has been off of the back of one of the most explosive clips that I've done that did, million and a half views. I'm gonna make that out of an ad, and I'm gonna say, okay, so the audience that I want, where is the podcast that's speaking to that audience? And I'm gonna put that clip that's already done well, and I'm gonna put it in that, build ads around that show when that's on. That's how I'm gonna get them, and that's work for me. I need to know who's spending money. Like, how much does it cost to come to the podcast?
Podcast Summit? Anywhere between $300 and I think $2,500.
So a person that could spend $30 is a person that is willing to at least spend. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So for you, or for me, it's just a matter of saying, okay, is David talking to the kind of people that I want a part of my program? If the answer is yes, I spend the money on the ads.
Yeah. So you're saying ads on other podcast shows?
On other podcast shows. If they are willing to, and if they believe in the project enough, then then I'll spend money with them as well to actually do a promotion. But if they don't, then I don't want you messing up my promotion. You reading down, this is weird.
Got it.
I'm definitely ads.
Okay.
What's the hesitation?
Because I've just done a lot of ads.
And you don't think that they work?
Sometimes they do when you have the right person. I run.
What you mean person?
So the right person that is the ads buyer. So I have an ads person.
Right.
He runs the ads for Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. That's another type of ad versus me trying to get to another podcaster and saying, read this. So on Facebook ads is designed for
Right.
you to take your money.
Right. 100%.
And most people lose because they think, okay, I'm going to go on to Facebook, I'm going to promote my show or my product or my paywall, and I'm going to get a lookalike audience in this demographic and run ads. You are going to lose your money.
Yeah.
It's such a deep process of retargeting and like pixels on the website so I can keep showing the same person the same ad based on their behaviors. And you got to know somebody that's good at that.
Yes. Yes. I'm just telling you what works for me. I will not buy an ad unless I have a viral moment.
Got it.
So if I have a viral moment, I will not buy an ad.
But if you don't get a viral ad, that's what I'm saying. If you partner with someone
Yeah.
and you're saying, let's just go 50-50 on this good idea.
Yeah.
We want it to grow, but somebody has to promote it. And I think celebrities are just terrible promoters.
Promote the concept?
The show, the content itself.
Oh, bro, come on, man. This is what we do. You're not in that content creation space of entertainment.
No.
Oh,
You're talking about like entertainers?
entertainment. Like doing commercials, ads. I've done that my whole career. I know how to make how many times do you hear my voice on the radio every day? Not every week, every day. That's assuming you listen to the radio.
I don't.
Okay.
You're still on the radio.
No, I'm not on radio anymore.
You do ads on the radio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do ads. Video and audio. We can make you.
And you see that
Stop.
conversion.
Yes. Come on, bro. I've been doing this for. All right, so Dave, let me say it like this. I'm gonna be kind and say I'm top 3 in the world doing what I do.
Yikes. Come on.
I'm gonna be kind and say that.
Yeah.
I want to go higher. I'm gonna be kind and say that. And there's a reason for that, bro. Like, it's not that I'm trying to brag or be more than what I am. Like, I'm really now being okay with the fact that there's something special about me. And it's not just me saying that I'm special and I'm woo-woo. There's a reason why these promoters keep coming to me. And I'm charging more than anybody. Don't nobody charge more than me for these ads. And they come to me with these tours, with these campaigns, all the time religiously because, man, I know what I'm doing.
So when you think of ads, you're thinking radio.
I'm thinking about the advertisement
Okay.
first.
So you're
Not
saying,
just the people that I'm advertising to. I'm thinking about the advertisement first. What is something that's going to turn a person's head?
Got it. Okay. Okay. So, okay, we can come up with a concept.
You can throw money ad nauseum behind anything, but what'll make people? What's turning people's heads? That's the reason why. Dang near every Black Promoters Collective tour, from New Edition to Mary J. Blige to whomever, man, they come to me. I've been doing this for a very long time, bro.
So do you have your own show, like your own creative, where you focus on helping other creators in the season?
That I don't have the patience for. But if I find somebody that can take my brilliance as is
Yeah.
and then disseminate it, now we can talk.
Let's find somebody.
Now we can talk. Because from voiceovers to production, it's a certain way that I do it. It's a method to the madness. And if I have to keep repeating myself over and over and over again, it's going to be too much. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to keep doing that.
I think that is the power of having your own studio and your own know-how for the people that's out there watching this saying, I have a studio, I know how to use these cameras. This business model that you're sharing is very, very helpful for that person, but also this conversation around how can I benefit from the art that I'm helping people create versus them just giving me some money.
Right. I don't sell a product. I sell an outcome. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Most people don't want to tie themselves to the end result because, hell, it may not work.
Yeah.
Now, if you control every step of the process, you can control the outcome. And I just tend to put my energy there.
Yeah. In the very beginning, getting this thing to pay for itself, because I can only imagine how much this costs. And I don't even, can you tell me?
Can Can he tell you? Or will he tell you? He probably won't, but
Why not? Why not? Can you?
I know I would say.
What's the overhead? What's your overhead here?
For real?
For real.
$3,700.
$3,700.
That's all in.
In the beginning, was it a burden? Were you ever getting nervous? Like,
I mean, you
gracious.
got savings when you first start. Yeah. But no, I had some seasons, man, where it was tough. I was in the, because when the pandemic hit, 90% of events and stuff went away. I'm in the side of the seat cushions, man, for change. And just, yeah, bro, it was bad. But God has been faithful, man. And yes, it was tough at first. And there are times it still gets a little tough when I'm stagnant. When I'm being stagnant and I'm not really doing what I should be doing, yeah, it'll get tough.
What causes you to be stagnant?
That whole don't believe in myself kind of thing.
Are you kind to yourself?
I am now.
But
I
not
haven't
in the,
always
not in the
been kind.
season. Not in the seasons that you're stagnant.
No, bro, no. And so now that when I'm kind to myself, I take time away from all of this. I have to.
Where do you
And
go?
I do stuff specifically for me.
Where do you go? When you got to get your brain out of here, where do you go? Where
Two
do you-
places. One is my backyard, my laptop, headphones, something, and a cigar. My wife knows, everybody knows, leave me alone during this time. And they honor that, and I'm so grateful. That's one. Or I
How
go
do
to,
you get? How you get them to honor that though? I need to take notes. 'Cause-
I just make the request.
Okay, cool.
And I don't speak from, I speak from the emotion of it.
My family don't care nothing about my little requests.
They do.
They don't.
Okay, so if they don't care about the request, they care about the emotion tied to it.
Well, part of the problem is my kids are 3 and 2. And they don't care nothing about my.
Well, your wife can handle that. Your wife can handle that. She can. She'll be like, hey, Davisha and David. I don't know what the names are.
Psalm and Sarai.
Psalm. Whew. Psalm with a P, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold, bro. Oh, that's cold. That other baby gonna have some challenges because does she know how to spell her name yet? 'Cause-
Yeah, Sarai. Yeah.
All right, Sarai, like with a P.
Sarai, Sarai. Before she was Sarah Sarai.
Wow, fancy. Yeah, but you make the request. So it's the difference saying. So I learned this. We are all over the place here, but why not? So I learned this. When you speak from the emotion, it lands differently. Like I'll say to my wife, and we're having a tense conversation. I'll say, hey, you keep cutting me off. I do not like when you cut me off. I'm trying to, can I get my words out? Can I finish what I'm saying? I can say that, and it's true. You keep cutting me off. Or I can say, hey, man, I feel really hurt when you do that, because I feel like you disrespected me. And I don't think that you are. Just that's what I feel like when you cut me off. Don't that land differently?
100%.
So speak from the emotion. Babe, when I'm outside, I need this moment so that when I can recharge and be more available to you guys when I come back in. It's been a long day and I just need a minute here. And if you got somebody that's like, well, hell, we need a minute too. Well, then that's another conversation. But I'll perceive you got that. But if that's the case, you speak from the emotion and it lands differently, Dave.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But you got to be in touch with your emotions, though.
Yeah,
We're not gonna go
we're
there.
not doing that today.
We're not going to go there.
KD, thank you so much. Any advice you have for studio? I have 2 questions. One is, any advice that you have for anybody that's going into the space of, I see everybody starting podcasts, content creators. I'm going to open up a little place in something, South Carolina, and I think I'm going to make some money from it. Do you have any advice for them?
Know what your secret sauce is first. I mean, you could do something that's just, it makes money and you ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, then you just got to make sure that you talk to the right people, get all the, put all your ducks in a row. Do some deep research. Okay, cool. That's just a business opportunity. But if you're doing it because it's something that you're passionate about, or not just passionate about. You're doing it because it is an extension, you feel, of your calling, is an extension of your expression to the world. You got to give yourself to it.
Yeah.
And when I say give yourself to it, all of you got to give yourself to becoming what this needs. So you can't give success or greatness what you have. You got to give success and greatness what it needs. And what you have may not be enough. So that's why you got to give yourself to the process, because part of that process is becoming.
Yeah. Hey, can you speak at Podcast Summit this year? It's August 7th and 8th. Want to check the Palm Pilot? August 7th and 8th.
You have a Palm Pilot? Wow.
I actually should have asked before we were recording, but because if the answer is no, it's like that.
That'd be wild, right? Man, bro, let's first of all, we'll figure it out. But yes, the answer is yes. I'm always say yes to you, bro.
Thank you. I don't have any money though, but I think it's going to be valuable.
It doesn't matter to me.
Because people need to meet you.
I mean this. Thank you for that. I mean this, bro. You are a unique guy, and I feel drawn to you in so many different ways because I see, believe it or not, I see more than you see. And I know you see a lot. I see more than you see. And it has nothing to do with all of the extra accoutrements that come along with success, the accoutrements of success. It's like you will become a happier person. And we don't have to do this on camera.
You be trying to do it, bro. Leave my emotions out
I'm not
of
trying
this,
to do
okay?
it, but bro,
leave my
I'm telling
feelings
you,
out of this.
you're going to grab those feelings and you're going to honor them. First, you're going to listen to them, and then you're going to honor them, and you're going to become a different person. What I say my first gift was? Empathy. Second gift?
Vision.
I be seeing. Trying to tell you.
Last question.
Yep.
You being involved in the podcasting space,
Yeah.
how has it changed you? What has it done to you as a person, as a man?
It made me come out of the shadows. Because you can hide behind the microphone, bro. That sounds crazy, but you can actually hide behind the microphone. Turning these cameras on and making myself available specifically to the guys that we serve, it is a very vulnerable and daunting task. Because guys, they vet you in a way that nobody else does. Women, people say, no disrespect, but women are kind of low-hanging fruit when it comes down to this. Guys, you can't say it, you got to be it, and they're gonna see you.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you about it, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know, and you got to live that thing out. So for me, with podcasting, specifically my show, Certified Man, doing all the other podcasts and everything, it taught me more skill sets. I had to learn business a little bit more. You know, I still ain't got it all the way down.
Yeah.
But I'm a whole lot better than what I was.
Yeah.
But it's vitally important that you stop hiding behind whatever your fears and insecurities are, and we all have them. So this next phase is a level up.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified. Terrified. But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's the next phase for me.
Yeah.
Real quick story, and I'm done. When I got the gig with the Atlanta Falcons, I was an in-game announcer. I was in-game announcer, and I became in-game host. Bro, I didn't even watch football.
Really?
I didn't even understand the game.
Wow.
So I get in there, and I'm thinking I'm just about to do a little bit. No, I'm calling the game. I was awful. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The National Football League. Mike Vick was on the team. It was a preseason game. DJ Shockley played, but it was terrible. And so I remember I went to Texas the next day, Dallas, and I was on the little trolley. My boy picked me up and was on the trolley going to another space, and the lady was there. She's like, "Yo, I was at the game last night, man. It was a good game, yeah." And it's like, "Yo, he was the in-game announcer guy. Did you hear him?" She said, "Yeah." Oh, you sucked. She said, "You sucked." And so, fortunately enough, I got back and I said, yo, Roddy, not Roddy White is his name, is white dude, not the other one. Roddy, man, I thank you for the opportunity, bro, but I don't know what I'm doing, bro. He said, okay. Timmy, the guy, he was my spotter, Tim Hanchy. Timmy, you do the play-by-play. KD, you do the player introductions and all the commercials. We good? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's roll. 15 years later. Yep.
Wow.
And then they moved me out of the booth after, Soundgate and everything, Noise Gate. You don't remember that? They was pumping noise into the stadium. Okay, all right. They had another guy come in and he put me in the stands, talking to people, doing the interviews and the games and everything. That was what I really, really loved. Took me to the Super Bowl. We had that terrible defeat. And then that very next season, they said, hey, we got a campaign for you, Jen Johns. Got a campaign for you. Would you be willing to be the pitch person for this new stadium we're building called Mercedes-Benz Stadium? I said, yeah, what you need? Okay, cool. And I don't know if you saw the commercials, but I was everywhere.
Wow.
Selling for $500, you can get one of these seats. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'll show it to you afterwards. Yep. And it was just crazy, man. And that was all because I decided, that's my point of saying it, I decided that just because I'm afraid to do something, if God gave the opportunity, he got me through the rest of this. He has always given me on-the-job training. I had never done voiceovers, but my first TV station was UPN in Chicago. I'm doing voiceovers for this TV station. He'll give you on-the-job training if he called you to it.
I don't know that we can close it any better than that. KD Bowe, thank you so much, man.
You're welcome, bro.
Thank you. This was so good.
I'd never acted before, but my first movie was a Disney movie. God. Well, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
No, keep going.
That's it. No,
I want to hear the story now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're so grateful that you decided to join us.
Podcast Summit. Go ahead and tell them. Podcast Summit, August 7th and 8th.
So let me say this. August 7th and 8th Podcast Summit is happening. So here's what I believe. I believe that there is somebody that's watching this, and you have this burning something in your heart. And you've seen all the disaster stories. Man, I don't want to get out there. I got a good job. But there's something in you that says, what will it hurt to just show up and just listen, be present, get the money together, and find out what this thing is that's pulling you towards podcasting. Because you're gonna find out at the Podcast Summit. Now, I'll say this in closing. There's only one you, ain't nobody else like you. Nobody else. You may think that if you don't do it, it's gonna get done by somebody else. God will just hand it off to somebody else. No, that's for you to do. You got a voice. There's something that needs to be said, and you're supposed to be the one to say it. You're supposed to be the one to do it. So get out of your own way, and let's make it happen. How much is it?
PodcastSummit.com.
It's a lot of money. That's okay. Podcast Summit. See, when they don't put the price tag on stuff, that's when you know. PodcastSummit.com, whatever the
I think
amount
it's
is.
$297. I want to say $297.
It don't matter,
like
whatever it is. It would behoove you. This is your sign that you need to be a part of Podcast Summit 2025. I'm KD Bowe, and I approve this message.
That's all we got. We out of here. Peace.